Hello. I'm tired of looking at this background as a chessboard. Let's make it beautiful. Select our background and go to the shader editor. Remove the checker texture block. Open the asset folder in the file browser. Find the Space BG file. Drag it into the shader editor and connect it to the base color input. Connect the texture coordinates to make sure they are using UV. Now, we need to adjust our UV. To do this, go to the UV Editor tab. In the viewport, in Edit mode, select the entire plane of the background, press the U key, and choose Unwrap. Now we need to rotate the new unwrap by 90 degrees and scale it to fit the size of the image. To rotate, select all the points, press R, type 90, and press Enter. Now move the island to the center of the image. You could try to scale and position the island by eye. But let's do it with mathematical precision. The coordinate plane in the UV editor starts in the lower left corner. And regardless of the size and shape of the image, it has a value range from 0 to 1 on both the X and Y axis. We'll need the right panel in the UV editor window. To open it, move your mouse cursor to this window and press the N key. In the right panel, switch to the Image tab and find the UV Vertex section. In this section, you can view or change the coordinates of any selected point on the UV unwrap. Select the two left points and change the x-axis coordinate to 0. This will move the points to the left edge of our image. Now select the two right points and change the x-axis coordinate to 1. This aligns the right edge of the unwrap with the right edge of the image. Now let's align the y-axis. Select the bottom two points and change the y-axis coordinate to 0. Then select the top 2 points and change the y-axis coordinates to 1. Now the unwrap perfectly matches the boundaries of the image. But there's more. The background image is seamless, and we have the opportunity to create something like a parallax effect. If the ship is stationary, the background also remains stationary. But if the ship is moving, then the background slowly shifts in the same direction. First, we need to determine the value ranges. For the ship, as you should remember, the x-coordinate ranges from 0 to 1.5, and the y-coordinate range is from 0 to 1. Now let's look at the background. It should move much slower, and I think if we divide the actual ship's coordinate by 10, it should be sufficient. In other words, if the ship moves 1 unit to the right, the background will shift by 0.1. But the problem is that at the beginning of the game, our ship is not at the origin but rather in the center of the screen. With coordinates of 0.75 on the x-axis and 0.1 on the y-axis. How can we convert these coordinates to 0? That's right, simply subtract these values from the actual coordinates. Another point, as I mentioned before, not all blocks in the material can be linked to a logic branch. The mapping block is no exception. We cannot control it from a logic branch. So let's make our material a bit more complex. We need another block, the combine block. We won't change anything along the z-axis, we'll leave it as 0. But for the x and y axis, we'll connect to value blocks. These blocks can be controlled using logic. To do this, go to the right panel. On the Armory tab, activate the parameter option. After that, go to the Node tab and give both blocks individual names. Rename the first block to position X and the second one to position Y. We're done with the material. Let's move to the Logic Node editor. Create a new branch named BG Parallax. In the viewport, select the plane with the background. Attach the new logic branch to the background. In addition to the existing two, We'll be updating the background's coordinates in real time continuously, so let's start with an on-update block. After that, all we need to do is change the values into blocks from our material. To control these blocks, take 2, set material value param blocks. Leave the object fields empty, since all changes relate to the background. And this logic branch is attached specifically to it. In the node fields, we should specify the names of the blocks from the material, whose values we will change, position X and position Y. For both of these nodes, you need to connect a material block to the material input and choose the material in which we will make changes. If you've done everything correctly, this material is called game background. Lastly, the float channel. This is what we'll be modifying. We need to pass the actual ship coordinates to it, subtract the coordinates of the center of the screen, and then divide by 10. To obtain the actual ship coordinates, take the getObjectLocation block. In this block, in the object field, be sure to specify the ship's base. After that, place a separate block and 2 math blocks. In the first math block, in the subtraction mode, subtract 75 hundredths from the x coordinate. In the second math block, divide the result by 10. Copy these 2 blocks. Place them below, connect them to the y coordinate channel, and change the value in the first block to 0.5. This represents the center of the screen along the y-axis. Now connect these obtained value, s to the corresponding blocks, x to x, and y to y. Run the game. Admire the result. Don't get stuck for too long, because a computer is a strange thing. You sat for 10 minutes, and 3 hours passed. Have a great mood, and see you in the next lesson.